Greetings, ghouls! Welcome to Deadsville Daily Booze with Ronin James. I'm your host, Ronin James. Stuntman, stunt coordinator, now director of Deadsville Rock and Roll Mysteries and Dickie Devil and the Deviants music videos and a few other projects in the works. I do have a couple short films floating around out there as well. You'll probably see my Christmas short resurface very soon that I shot while I was living in Atlanta. Work with a bunch of stunt people down there. Shout out to them. I won't go through all their names. You'll see the short very soon. I'll probably do a new edit for it and then re-release it on the Deadsville channel. So stay tuned, boo believers. It's not a horror. It's just a funny comedy with some wrestling influence, big wrestling influence. So yeah, check it out when I release it. Today we are here to talk about Eli Roth's Thanksgiving, and we've been talking about it most of the week, but now I've actually seen the movie, so I can give you my spoiler-free first take. And yeah, I'm going to do my best to keep it spoiler-free so that I don't ruin anything, because I know a lot of you haven't gotten to see it yet. My partners haven't even gotten to see it yet, because everybody's super busy this week, obviously, or apparently. But I went by myself last night and saw Thanksgiving. Now, I was like 5 minutes late getting in, because I stupidly thought the movie started later than it actually did, and I allowed times for previews and trailers to play before I actually go in. I don't rush in because it never starts when it says it's going to start. Trailers usually take about 30 minutes. So I was like 5 minutes late. I missed the opening scene. So I'll probably have to go back and see it again. But it did not stop me from enjoying the fuck out of the movie. So, was it perfect? No. But it was really fucking good. I really enjoyed the hell out of it. It was a fun ride. Man, the kills were awesome. It's a very Scream, I Know What You Did Last Summer kind of 2000s vibe of those horror movies that came out in the 2000s that would have like the new hot young actress. And yeah, it definitely had a lot of that. Like, you know, if you remember, like I Know What You Did Last Summer and Scream, and what are some of the other, God, some of those other 2000s movies. But they just have like the hot young cast, and there's a slasher, and it's kind of a whodunit. But it's done really well. And the direction is great. The pacing is great. Never got bored, never felt slow. There were even times, there's a good amount of like jumps in here as well, and yeah, like just when you would think that there was like a lull, or there was like the action was calming down a bit and you had a minute to catch your breath, all of a sudden out of nowhere some more shit would start to pop off and you'd be like, oh fuck, it's still fucking going, it just keeps going. And yeah, it was quite the entertaining slasher. I found myself laughing at some of the kills, and you know, the tagline's great. There will be no leftovers. Yeah, I mean, it was a fun movie. I definitely recommend it. I will say my one issue with it was that I pretty much knew who the killer was almost right away. Like almost right away, as soon as I saw them acting on screen, I was like, yeah, I think that's the killer. And I was right. But it did not prevent me from enjoying the shit out of the movie. Yeah, man, I mean, Eli Roth, there's a ton of influences here. You can see his homages to a lot of past slasher movies. And yeah, he just does a great job of directing this. The writing's great. I'm going to go onto the IMDb page now and go picture in picture. Let me go over some of the, you got the trailer playing up here now. If you haven't watched the trailer, you haven't seen the movie yet, go watch it, because go watch the trailer. And then, I mean, I've watched it twice now. I'll watch it again if y'all really want to. But the trailer shows some of the good kills were leading up. Parts of some of the good kills. It doesn't actually show a whole lot of everything. So, yeah, I usually hate watching the trailer because it spoils so much. But I was glad that even the kills that the trailer does show, that's not all there is to it. There's a lot more to all of the kills and all of what you see than just what's given in the trailer. So thumbs up on the trailer for that one too, because it really didn't, it gave you enough to get you interested, but it didn't give too much that when I was in the theater watching it, I was like, I've seen this already. I've seen this already. And that's happened with quite a few movies where I've watched the trailer, then go in and I'm just like, I've seen this part. I know what this part is just because I've seen it in the trailer. So luckily, like with this trailer, it was like it did show you a couple bits in kills, but it didn't show you the whole thing. So you definitely have plenty more to see. and yeah, the kills are the best part of this. The kills are so good and so creative. If you've watched the trailer, then you know that the Thanksgiving killer is killing everybody using items found on the Thanksgiving dinner table. So it makes for a pretty fun ride and some really interesting and creative kills. Hats off to the special effects team on this too, and I'm going to get to them when I'm going to go into the IMDb a little deeper here. But the effects were fucking awesome. The practical effects, the gore and the blood, and whoo, there was some good shit in there, man. Thumbs up. Fuck, man. Yeah, really high rating on this one. Really good movie. Rated R. Not for the kids, not for the faint of heart. This is for Eli Roth. This is like a love letter to real fucking horror fans. Real fans of the genre. Slasher fans. This is it, man. Eli fucking did it. He came through and this is it. So, Eli Roth is the director. I'll just read this real quick. After a Black Friday riot ends in tragedy, a mysterious Thanksgiving-inspired killer terrorizes Plymouth, Massachusetts, the birthplace of the infamous holiday. So, yeah, the setup is that it's like a Kmart store, or not a Kmart, a Walmart, and there's a big riot, and people die, and there's a bunch of injuries. And then like a year later, that's on Black Friday. Or Thanksgiving night even, I think it was, because I missed the first 5 minutes. But at any rate, the following year, this killer, this pilgrim shows up, John Carver, the founder of the town. He shows up to start exacting his revenge for what happened in the riot. So, writers were Jeff Rendell and Eli Roth, and this is all based on an old fake trailer Eli Roth did 16 years ago, obviously. Stars Patrick Dempsey, Rick Hoffman, and Gina Gershon. Gina Gershon is in so little of it, I actually missed her, and only caught her later in the movie in a flashback to the earlier sequence. Yeah, she's just in the beginning. Still look great, though. Still look fantastic. Let's see. The real cast here, Patrick Dempsey is Sheriff Eric Newland. He's the big name, you know, along with Gina Gershon. And then you have mostly, I won't say newcomers, but a lot of young actors. And I am not familiar with many of these young actors. So if you know any of them and want to fill me in the comments down there, you can absolutely do that if you've seen them in other stuff. I'm not going to jump through and look at all their IMDb's. I do recognize Milo Manheim playing Ryan. He is in School Spirits, which is a really good series. Yeah. He's one of the ghosts in one of the high school ghosts in School Spirits. So I think that's on Paramount Plus. I think we watched that, and I believe it's streaming on Paramount Plus. So you can check out School Spirits and Milo Manheim. It's a really good show. But yeah, he was really good in this. He's kind of like the new boyfriend for our main final girl. which is, I got to figure out because they don't have them in order here. Jess, Nell Verlack is Jess, and she is our main final girl, Jessica. Addison Rae is Gabby. What else? Jenna Warren as Yulia. Tommaso Sanelli as Evan. And I don't see Scuba on here. Interesting. I don't see Scuba, unless... Is Doug Scuba? No, I didn't think Doug was Scuba. He said his name was Claude. Well, I guess the IMDb is not complete, but Scuba, the kid actors were good enough. I really liked the character that played Scuba. I thought he was really good. He was like the tough black guy. Yeah, he was one of the more interesting characters. I mean, they're all kind of generic, kind of spoiled, upper middle class, if that even exists anymore. High school kids, the typical setup here. And they all did a good enough job. Yeah. Rated R, based on the mock trailer from Grindhouse 2003. He directed the Thanksgiving trailer to be shown between the films Planet Terror and Death Proof when shown as a double feature. Alright. Well, I believe it's getting mostly good reviews. I know Bloody Disgusting loved it 2 days ago, calling it a gory feast for horror fans. I'm not going to read the whole article, but yeah, they enjoyed it. Probably some stuff giving away spoilers in here too, so we won't give any of that away either. There's our final girl being stalked in the hallway. Megan Navarro here on Bloody Disgusting gives it 4 out of 5. Yeah, I guess that's about right. It's not... I give it closer to a 5, I would say, just because the kills are very creative. Very creative. If you're a horror fan, I definitely suggest seeing it. I would absolutely go see it. If you enjoy horror, if you enjoy the slasher genre in particular, if you grew up watching horrors in the 90s and 2000s, like I Know What You Did Last Summer and Scream, you will definitely appreciate this. This is right in your wheelhouse. So, yeah, that's my first take. I'm not going to give away anymore. I really enjoyed it. Go see it in the theater. I'll be eager to see how it does after this weekend in the box office, because hopefully it does well and studios realize that there is still a market for R-rated horror and they should start backing some more of these things. I mean, if Terrifier 2 didn't show them that last year, or last year, and this hopefully shows them this year, I don't know what it's going to take. Hopefully. All right. Moving on, let me get a sip of my coffee here. Jump over and check our message board. Steph checking in, saying hi. Always with chicks in white tanks running in the rain. Yes. That's a staple of every slasher, though. That's not just the 2000s, but mostly the 2000s. Man, Jennifer Love Hewitt. Whew. She looked good running around in that white tank in the rain. I'm not going to lie. I had a big crush on Jennifer Love Hewitt after that I Know What You Did Last Summer came out. So, all right. Nothing else in the chat yet, so we're going to move on to our next order of business. I'm going to jump to iHorror.com. Again, we'll jump over here, get the picture-in-picture on. And here on iHorror.com, this news came out yesterday. Jordan Peele to produce remake of Wes Craven's The People Under the Stairs. Jordan Peele's Monkey Paw Productions has taken on the task of rebooting Wes Craven's 1991 horror classic, The People Under the Stairs. Let's jump in here. So, real quick, I'm sure they're going to talk about it here, but People Under the Stairs is a cult classic. Wes Craven directed. It was in between, what was it? Oh, God. Was it Scream and, I think he says it in here. Yeah, in between Nightmare on Elm Street and Scream years, he did People Under the Stairs. And it was, it wasn't a box office success like his other movies. I suspect I know why. I'll get into it in a minute. But it was definitely just as good. I mean, Wes Craven's a master of horror. This movie was just as good as every other one of his movies. I think because he had African-American protagonists in this one, it hurt him at the box office. Back in 1991... the world wasn't quite as woke as it is now, and it wasn't as open-minded. We weren't as progressed. Some of us weren't as progressed as we are now. So, yeah, it was tougher. I mean, you look at a lot of, like, even back then, you know, that's what, you know, the Hong Kong cinema, the Asian-led stuff, it was cult stuff. Anything that didn't have white leads in it was gonna get relegated to cult status, most likely, just because the majority was white people going to watch white people. And it was an issue, and it was problematic. We get all that now, and it was problematic for this movie. But it's a great movie, and definitely one I think deserves a remake, and I definitely feel like Jordan Peele is the perfect person to do it, having done stuff like Us and Get Out, and Nope to an extent, although I think Us and Get Out would be more akin to People Under the Stairs. So it really works well. I think this is a good matchup. I think he's the perfect one to do it. And I look forward to seeing what he does with it. I'm gonna read the article real quick. There's no trailer or anything. Maybe we'll watch. I know they have the trailer for the old People Under the Stairs on here. So if you're not familiar with the movie, we'll watch the trailer. And if you've seen this when you were younger, like I did, the trailer will bring back memories. But here we go. Jordan Peele's Monkey Paw Productions has... Okay. What the hell just happened? Okay, bear with me. My laptop is shutting down and restarting. This is just great. Okay, back to camera one. Bear with me while my fucking laptop restarts, folks. Something crashed. Luckily, I've been able to set up on my little Atom Mini Pro here, so we don't lose our feed. I'm not running through a laptop. This is why I spent days trying to get this stuff set up. So when something like this happens, and my piece of shit laptop completely goes dead, just shuts down on me, I'm still live. Oh yeah, well that reboots. We're gonna jump ahead. Because I want to talk and show you the trailer for People Under the Stairs. And discuss some of the specifics of this news. Oh, man. Let's go back to... Oh, I can't even go back to YouTube because I don't have... yeah, okay, we're back up. Here we go. Have you watched the other episodes this week, folks? I know we talked a lot about Thanksgiving, but... check out the trailers for those Christmas movies. I got to watch them this weekend. I know me and Maddie will probably watch at least one of those awesome-looking Christmas movies that I watched the trailer for yesterday. One was called It's a Wonderful Knife, and it mashes up It's a Wonderful Life with the slasher genre. And then the other one was a Norwegian film called There's Something in the Barn. And yeah, really looking forward to both of them. Come on. Bringing it up. All right, camera 3 is back up here. Let me just get Bloody Disgusting. Oh no, I'm sorry, it was iHorror.com back up. Let's get our, excuse me, article back up here. Let's try this again, shall we? Yay. All right. We don't need to see an ad. Jordan Peele's Monkey Paw Productions has taken on the task of rebooting Wes Craven's 1991 horror classic, The People Under the Stairs. This project marks a pivotal step for Peele, who has already made a name for himself with groundbreaking films like Get Out, Us, and Nope. The screenplay for the reboot will be penned by Ezra Clayton Daniels, noted for his contributions to Doom Patrol and Night Sky. This pairing promises a fresh and innovative take on Craven's original work, which combined horror with a sharp social commentary. There's a shot from the original People Under the Stairs. Jordan Peele, along with Monkey Paw Productions president Win Rosenfeld, will produce the film. Peele's involvement in the project was announced 3 years ago, and since then, anticipation has been building. His track record for delivering thought-provoking and genre-defining horror films has set high expectations for this remake. The original People Under the Stairs is a unique film in Craven's portfolio, positioned between his Nightmare on Elm Street and Scream years. While it enjoys a dedicated fan base, it is considered a cult classic. The consensus is that there is room for improvement. This sentiment underlines the potential of the remake to not only pay homage to the original, but also to enhance and deepen its impact. Fans and critics alike are eager to see how Peele and Daniels will reinterpret Craven's vision for a new generation. And here we have our original People Under the Stairs trailer. And I probably don't have sound on because everything probably just reset, so bear with me here. I will get our sound working, and then I will play. Oh, speaker headphones. It is on. Okay, good. Let's try it then.
In every neighborhood, there is one house that adults whisper about, and children cross the street to avoid. Now, Wes Craven, creator of A Nightmare on Elm Street, takes you inside.
Something's in there.
We gotta get out of here, Leroy.
All sorts of rumors about what goes on in that house. The police never took it serious.
She's been feeding that thing between the walls again.
Very, very tense about this.
What goes on in this house is a sin. But what goes on under the stairs is a nightmare. Wes Craven's The People Under the Stairs.
Yeah. A classic. Yeah. The original People Under the Stairs, Ving Rhames. I also have ties to this movie. As I bring up the IMDb here, I know I've worked with at least one of the actors in this movie. There he is. We've done some con panels together. Oh, let me bring that up. Mr. Sean Whalen. Roach. There's his pick from the People Under the Stairs days. Yeah, good character actor. He's been in a bunch of stuff. But he was in Death House as well. He was one of our 3 Satans in Death House. So, yeah, a classic. So I'm eager to see how they redo it. Ving Rhames, Brandon Quinton Adams. Yeah, fun movie. Fun movie. If you remember it, it was about the scary house in the neighborhood, and the rumor was that there was gold in the basement, but there were also people under the stairs, which were like freaks and deformities that were being kept by this crazy rich white couple, kept under the stairs. So, yeah, I mean, this is right up Jordan Peele's alley for this one. So, all right, that's gonna do it for us today, I think. Thank you to everybody that's tuned into this. Thank you to everybody that has commented and shared and joined the fun. I'm not even I don't even see my stream. I guess it's still connected here on YouTube. We're still going. Woo! I don't know. I guess because I totally got disconnected. But thank God for the Atom Mini Pro. That's all I know. A couple people watching.
That's all I know.
Oh, our latency's not even that bad. Look at that. Okay, we had a couple comments from Steph. It's a Wonderful Knife is the one I'm so excited for, mainly because I love It's a Wonderful Life and would love to see the spoofs. Yes, I agree. I mean, It's a Wonderful Life is a classic, so yeah, I'm eager to see how they set that up in the slasher genre. So, all right, that's gonna do it. And that's it for Deadsville Daily Booze. I made it through a whole week, everybody. I made it through a whole week. Woo! A couple of hiccups here and there. Even today, laptop dying on me. But we made it. We made it. I got some reaction videos that I didn't even think I had no idea I was gonna get, but pulled them out. Found some new things to watch. Got to gush over a couple movies that I really loved. To recap, Onyx the Fortuitous and The Talisman of Souls is on Amazon and Screambox and everywhere else right now. Screambox, it's free if you subscribe. Everywhere else, it's a couple bucks to rent. Highest recommendation for horror comedy. Oh my God, it was so good. Support independent horror films. Also, go see Eli Roth's Thanksgiving. Let's help boost those opening weekend box office numbers so that we can get more R-rated horror in theaters. Show the studios with your wallets what we want and what we don't want. All right, fiends and boo believers, that's it. I'm gonna wrap it up now. Until next week, stay spooky.